Wow! Welcome to the basement of the damned. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
It's actually episode 8 of the rhythm section, and this is our Halloween Spooktacular, if you can't tell by all the spooky sounds and samples and super evil beats.
Yes.
And our
Spooky pumpkins.
Spooky pumpkins. We got motherfucking treats in here. These are known. Pumpkins. We said that. What are these? Hey, hey. Is this supposed to be me?
Yeah, that's you. This is me. I did clear characters. I mean, I didn't have much.
Yours doesn't have dicks for eyes.
I didn't have much
Why
time.
does mine have dicks for eyes?
I don't know. You always got dicks in your
I didn't even
eyes.
check these. And it's got a butthole for a mouth.
Yeah, you're always talking
Balls for a
shit.
nose.
Yeah, you
What?
smell like balls.
Dude, I didn't fucking sign off on that. Or the fucking Spider-Man one. I'm just kidding. It's Batman. I know that. I can't even front.
Das Spooterman. I have Das Spooterman somewhere.
What is Das Spooterman?
Das Spooterman.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
are you?
German accents. Those are really scary. Everyone knows that.
Here's Das Spooterman.
I bought the same one for my nephew.
It wouldn't be Halloween without Spider-Man. Because let's be honest, man, Spider-Man's been fucking rocking the market for a few years. When did
He's probably been a costume since the comic came in the 60s, I guess, or the 50s.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have a seat right here, little buddy.
But
You're covering up the.
Back in the day,
money
good old
maker.
suburban moms would probably be sewing up Spider-Man costumes. You wouldn't be going to the big old box store because there wasn't one.
Sewing them up.
Anyway, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, folks. Happy Halloween, John. Happy
viewers.
Halloween, Belinda.
Thanks for
Thank you.
There are treats here.
Yeah, happy Halloween, Cobra.
I got into the Reese's.
The recesses.
The recesses. I got into the recession bars.
You're clearly mustard.
Yeah, I am. No surprise. I'm not surprised, and neither should you be. I am a tube of mustard.
Tube. What kind of mustard you got in there?
I go on the sausages. Put me on your sausages.
Again, German accents and singing. So scary. It strikes fear in the heart of many.
I think it's beautiful. I mean, nice little
Is
German
mustard
ditty.
have like Bavarian roots? It seems very like Bavarian to me.
Mustard's out there. Yeah, mustard.
Is that like
Europe, Eastern Europe.
yeah,
I don't know. Western Russia.
Western Russia.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
mean like Ukraine?
Sure, yeah, you know, all that stuff.
Mustard is
all that
Ukrainian?
good stuff. But yeah, mustard is pretty heavy. You know, in those areas, everyone likes mustard, man. A lot of French cooking calls for Dijon mustard. Mustard is in so many types of food you never thought it might even be in fried chicken, barbecue sauces.
There's mustard in fried chicken?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen fried chicken done with mustard.
Whoa.
I've seen burgers grilled on mustard. I've grilled burgers in mustard myself.
You're sick.
Yeah, I'm a sick motherfucker. I'm fucking twisted.
You are. I don't even want to know what you do in the afternoon.
No, it's for sure. I'm a
Actually,
dirty boy. I
know
get
what you do.
fucking
You
weird
make
with the
podcasts
sauce.
with your weird fucking friends.
It's true.
Would you believe that Chris and I didn't plan this? I mean, would you believe that? You
Who'da
probably
thunk?
wouldn't. You probably wouldn't believe it.
Who'd have
Because
thunk that we could pull one off like this? One for the record books.
But you shouldn't believe it because it's not true. We absolutely planned it.
Took a little planning. This was a gift actually from John, and I appreciate it. And I could see myself wearing it. I actually kind of like the way, like, I've never had a shirt, like, I'm very fashion forward, and I'm thinking here now, like, why don't clothes ever sit off the chest? Like I feel like a
like I
German
have no
model.
idea if you're like 80 pounds overweight or like a struggling with anorexia or some other eating disorder. Like no one knows.
Me on your sausage. Mustard, 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 mustard. I am better than ketchup. Ketchup can suck my dick.
Fuck you, man. You're not better than ketchup.
Yeah.
You know why they don't make
Ketchup
mustard chips?
I don't even
You know
know.
why they don't make mustard chips? Because
Fuck
mustard
off.
fucking sucks on a chip, man.
What?
Ketchup?
Yeah,
True.
mustard sucks on a chip. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
You know,
I
if
mean,
you have no rebuttal. I could sense it. So it's all right. We can just move on.
it's
'cause I
not
know
meant
you're
for
embarrassed.
chips. It's for sausage. You put it on the sausage.
Do you not put ketchup? Would you put ketchup on a sausage?
No, sacrilege. Sugar. I don't really need much sugar on a sausage. Sauerkraut, onions. That's more what. Maybe a sweet pickle. I'll take a relish. If you're talking sweetness.
Yeah. What about barbecue sauce?
Listen, man. I don't know. I'll switch it up from time to time, but I guess I would have to say honestly, like I always start with a base of mustard. Not a lot of sauces always go well with mustard, but yeah, ketchup on a saucy, maybe not so much.
That's fair. I'm a fiend, so I'll put it on my fucking toothbrush if I need to.
Wow, brushing your teeth with ketchup. I could like to see that done.
Yeah, we could do it later tonight if you want.
Do you put ketchup on Kraft Dinner? Are you one of those guys?
Okay. I don't like the picture this paints of me because I just kind of admitted that I put ketchup on sausages, and I joked about putting it on my toothbrush. The truth is, yeah, I do sometimes put ketchup on my Kraft Dinner.
Sometimes, yeah, I see.
But like,
yeah,
I didn't
respect.
grow up eating it that way. You know, it's something I tried once and kind of liked, like anal sex.
You only tried it once?
or MDMA,
And kind of liked it?
and yeah,
MDMA?
or like yeah. Well, you're right. I didn't really like MDMA, but.
I don't know, man.
You know, it's one
I
of
have
these
different
things
feelings
that like,
about all
you
those
try
things.
once in a while, and like sometimes it's pretty good. Other times you're like, I should have just done it the regular way.
Okay, point taken.
But I have tried it. I haven't just tried it. I've fucking done it like 100 times. But
Yeah, I've done it 100
Yeah,
times.
I've
That's
done it
you
like
kind of. So it sounds like you really like Kraft Dinner, at least.
I don't. Well, I can't really eat that shit, to be honest. Kraft Dinner fucks me up, man. Like, you know, processed
weird
cheese
thing.
stuff is like not doesn't sit well with me. I don't do dairy really.
Like all of the chips on the table right now, they all got that processed
Yeah, like
cheese.
I like honestly, as much as I love chips and fucking spend a lot of my expendable income on them, I never buy like Cheetos or Doritos, any cheese like based. Like I don't even really like eating the smart food. Like
So what you're saying is you don't respect my chip choices for
What I'm
today's
saying
podcast.
is that
you could have
people-
told me. I was with you at the store. These were $10.
What I'm saying is that if people wanted mustard chips, there would be one, but there's not. But we got ketchup chips.
You know what, motherfucker? Fuck you then. Look, you don't like none of these. You can keep your goddamn ketchup chips.
yeah, hey, thanks. Yeah. All right, I'll stick with the.
I thought they just made nice props.
I'll
Thank you.
stay. They do. You don't have to put them away. Okay, I'm just talking about preference. It's all right.
Fucking
Look, I'll give you some weed for some more of the chips back. Okay?
fuck.
Got some weed?
I mean,
Like
I
my
am running
urn?
out.
My urn here. Do you have the ashtray? You just.
No,
Ashing
I'm
on
just.
my floor.
I'm just. It's just kind of going into the ether.
Oh, here, look at this. This is whoa, wow, wow.
Where has the ash? Well, it's safe to presume it went on the floor. Yeah, thank you for that. That's a
can
nice looking
see it.
jar of weed you got there, my friend. How much do you think you'd say that is?
That's just shy of 3 ounces because I've
Okay.
tapped into it a little bit. Or wait,
Nice
no,
and-
4. I think there's 4 in there.
It's some very good weed. I'm actually smoking this weed right now.
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah,
Cool.
this is very nice, beautiful weed. What's it called there, Johnny?
That's black indica.
Black indica.
It's an indica, if you might have guessed. But the
Yeah.
strain is called black indica, and it's an older strain that it's been around since like the 80s, I'm pretty sure, and it's a mixture of like Afghani and pure Kush. And it's one of these tried, tested, and true strains that just has been around a long time because it does the job, and it's relatively easy to grow, and it has good yield. And you know, I don't really fuck with sativas too much because they turn me.
Some people have switched up. I think I have switched up reactions. I get more social. See, I like this. Oftentimes, I feel like I panic when I smoke the other weed when we shoot our podcasts. But when I smoke this stuff, I feel comfortable. I feel jubilant. I want to talk. I'm feeling myself.
Right.
Feeling myself underneath this mustard costume right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling yourself too.
Trying to get the mustard down to the bottom.
I just groped him under the table.
Listen, we had complaints early on. I think it was episode 1 or 2. I don't know who it was, but someone tried to clap about the belches, okay? And guess the fuck what? If you want the podcast, if you're tuning in for the belches. They come with it. It's part of the package, baby. Okay?
Fair enough.
100%. I'm sorry. I'll try.
It was my dad.
Was your dad? Well,
yeah.
I mean,
my dad who said that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
basically
listen,
told my father to fuck off.
My face.
Chris.
Come on, Dad.
You know,
bring it on.
Pete Rogers,
Pops.
who's been nothing but a big fan of yours, who spends, his time watching our podcast, and you just, way to accept constructive criticism.
I am a complicated man. You take me for who I am, what I am, and it comes with the package. Okay.
Just
like you got
the
got
microphone's
kids,
there.
I got belches. I accept
shit. Okay.
Okay. Well, shout out to Pete, but at the same time, see me in the street. Pete in the streets.
Well, man, my dad fights dirty.
Sheets.
He'll kick you in the balls. He doesn't even care. He will.
That doesn't.
And then I gouge you, and then retreat to safety.
You?
Yeah.
Damn.
He will do what it takes. I think my dad would do well in prison. Now, he never lived that kind of life. But I always thought, Dad would be the kind of guy to walk into prison the first day and be like,
fight somebody.
All right, I got to fucking stab somebody or else I'm going to be a pincushion. So I don't think I could do that. I don't think I'm prison material. And if Hollywood and television has taught me anything, it's that if you don't stab someone your first day in prison, then you're just
going to hell.
Yeah, you're just done. You're gonna get killed or turned into a sexual assault victim repeatedly.
A pincushion, I believe you was the term.
Now that could be anything. That could be for knives or phallic symbols of any kind. Just
playful stabbings, being like, "You're the guy we stabbed."
God, John, I want to practice my stabbing. Yeah, that would be me. To fucking practice your knife wounds on this guy.
Yikes!
But not my old man. He means fucking business. And now that I said that out loud,
sounds like a challenge. It sounds like
yeah. I was gonna be, Dad's not violent. He never beat us or anything. He's super fucking chill. I love you, Dad. You're a good dude. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, he's probably not watching anymore because you continue to belch like a fucking Neanderthal. Every time.
You know what? We lose a fan, and I gain self-respect. That's okay. I
really?
Handle that. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel good about myself.
Should we talk a little bit about Halloween here?
Disco
it's
lights
our Halloween Spooktacular.
Should we talk about Halloween a little bit? No, not necessarily. Nice.
What's your do you have a favorite holiday spooky movie? What's your
favorite spooky movie? I don't watch, man. I don't do the movies. I don't
watch movies. You're so boring.
I'll fuck with some Thriller. I like
yeah, Halloween rolls around and Chris just watches the Thriller music video 5 times
That's my
in a
movie.
row.
Yeah, I will. That's my Saturday.
It's about the length of a feature film if you watch it 5 times.
Yeah, spooky movies. I mean, I don't know, man.
You don't fuck with movies.
I don't like horror spooky movies neither, really.
Do you have a memory of any freaking you out?
Yes, I do have a memory. I remember actually. Yeah, it was pretty scary. I saw titties as well, so I was confused. It was Jason.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's okay to be scared or horny a little at the same time.
Well, that's what those movies are engineered to do.
Really
they raise your heartbeat in multiple ways. It's like, oh yeah, sweet, hot chicks having sex. Oh God, murderous men with knives and axes and chainsaws. Oh God, don't go there. It's just it excites all of your.
It's a lot of feelings.
It's a lot of sensation. It's a lot of.
So now I associate boners with terror.
Yeah.
I need to be. On the brink of death before I can achieve
a
nice solid erection.
That really messed you up. Then.
It really did.
I can see how that would be a problem.
I mean, some would say mess me up. I mean,
if you go down that road far enough, you have to basically be almost killed before you can get aroused.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it's tough. Hype. We could talk about something else if you'd like.
No, let's dig deep here. It all goes back to when I was 3, and my father took me on a long drive and. Yeah, but no, I mean, I don't really watch
sound
these
like Gary
movies.
At all.
What, long drives?
No, yeah.
Long drives on the beach?
Long drives. Driving on the beach is awesome.
Just driving a fucking sedan in
totally
the sand.
like America, driving the truck down on the fucking, at the beach. I want to do that.
Man, honestly, shout out to America. I would be cool with being an American, but not right now. It's not the time.
I mean, we're Canadian, so it's kind of like, where's that music coming from? Is it actually coming from the light bulb?
I'm not telling.
It's so
It's
spooky.
got to be that weird, spooky new light bulb. That
Cobra
that
has
bulb's getting on me.
planted a spooky speaker somewhere. It's playing low volume music, and it's been tripping us out.
Tripping John out. I'm not. I don't have any fears. Once you've seen what I've seen.
We did a whole episode on what was fears. What the fuck was that? What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Is that Donnie? Oh, I don't want to talk to Donnie right now.
Young Donnie.
Just be quiet. I'm not prepared to talk to Donnie.
He always just seems to roll
He's been
through.
stressing me out
every
lately.
time we
man.
have
I
one
need
of
a
these
break.
fucking podcasts.
He just, you know what he tried to get me to do the other day? He wanted me to go down to like the library and take out books under a fake name and then hawk them on Kijiji.
Ooh,
That was
Donnie.
I was
Cold-blooded.
like, Donnie, what the fuck, man? That's like,
I'm not surprised.
I'm not really surprised. Well, I mean, I'm increasingly less surprised by the things that he offers. Like,
Who the fuck is this guy?
and then he
anyway?
was just like, and he was like, you give me 20%. I'm like, that is A, your rate is not 20%, and B, if I'm stealing books and selling them, I'm not giving you fucking shit. Just because what? You think you came up with the idea of being a thief? Like, that's not a new idea.
Yeah, he doesn't really
Yeah.
offer any real gigs thus far.
No. Well, I mean, no, he hasn't. No.
I don't know. He comes well recommended, but I mean, we'll see where things go with Donnie.
I
But
thought he said he was going to buy a beat from me, actually, last week. And then I was like, sick. So I whipped it up and sent him the stems. And I was like, can I get paid? He's like, yeah, you get the money. I just got to get the money from the client first. He was kind of acting like a middleman. And then I saw on his YouTube page, he put out a song called Bitches and Steaks. And he had like 5 views on it. And then it was my beat, and it was Donnie rapping about bitches and steaks. And then he took it down the next day. And I've been texting him about the $100 for the beat or whatever. And he just is like, oh, yeah, it fell through.
well, I don't know, man. I'll tell you this: next
So
time
he
I
lied.
see Donnie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say something. I mean,
I think he's gone. I don't want to talk to Donnie right now.
oh hell no,
Can't
he's
deal with
gone.
him. No. And like now, Jack's
I'm
barking.
not surprised. Now Jack's barking.
I'm not surprised.
Now listen, John. Do you guys?
I hit it with my elbow.
Shit.
Shit is right.
Tight, playing with your elbows.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you something. Do you guys get trick or treaters around here, or why am I hearing spooky noises everywhere right
I
now?
keep hearing spooky noises.
I think I'm hearing knocks. I'm hearing bangs.
Maybe it wasn't.
I'm hearing fans. I'm hearing alien noises. This
Fuck
is
is
fucked
that
up.
shit?
I think I'm a little drunk right now.
I'm only on 2 beers and it weirded me out. Are you guys doing
I
a
think,
thing? You guys,
I think I want to investigate what's going on here.
what do you mean? Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go find the ghost.
You want to go
busters.
somewhere? I don't want to go anywhere.
We're gonna go
Fuck
ghost
that.
hunting, dog. Just take a quick 5 minutes and go ghost hunting, maybe.
Is it a break time? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I want to go find out what these spooky, fucking scary noises are. I'm clearly disturbed by these.
All right, lead the way.
I think it's time to do it.
Let's go.
Here we
Are
go.
we really going?
Are you guys fucking?
Nothing down here.
Let's go back upstairs.
Doot, doot, doot,
Whoa,
doot.
whoa, nothing down there untoward or anything. Weird. I guess it was the wind.
Oh man, that was so cool how we walked up the stairs backwards as well.
Yeah, the subterranean level is, weird.
So anyways, all that being said, maybe we should take a quick 5-minute break
Oh,
here.
yeah,
and get
sure.
our shit
Yeah,
together.
let's take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the Halloween Spooktacular from the rhythm section.
Frankenstein. the fuck is going on, man?
Ah!
Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, untie me. What the fuck?
God damn, dude, this is gnarly. What the fuck
Ah!
happened to you, man?
I don't know, man. I was
This is
fucking
fucked,
queuing
bro.
up the beat and someone whacked me over the head and my fucking weed is gone.
Fuck,
Where's
man.
my fucking big
Tight.
urn?
This is tight as
Jesus, just shit off of me.
Dude, what the fuck, man? That is fucked up. Somebody came in, smacked you over the head with your urn of dope.
Well, I don't know what they
There's
hit me
nobody
with,
here.
but
It's
it's
just
gone.
us. Belinda, did you see anything?
No.
Belinda didn't see nothing.
You guys were out of the room.
Yo, that's
Getting
fucking
beers.
scary, cuz. Are you serious, dude?
Oh yeah, like you don't know anything about this?
No, man. I
Yeah.
thought maybe you'd be pulling some weird Halloween fucking trick, like, oh, I got all spooked up.
No. What? You think I tied myself up in the chair?
Well, I don't know, man.
Stole
it's like
my
weird.
own
We were only
weed?
gone for 5 minutes, man.
Stuffed a
Is this all you got left?
I don't know, Chris. Is it? Do we
Dude,
got
why
more?
are you
We're-
talking like I got your fucking weed,
Guys, man, you
all I got is
probably
took
took it.
That's all I got.
Stop making me laugh. I just got assaulted and I
Well, I
think
mean,
kidnapped.
I'm trying to be the comic relief. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear this, but what the fuck happened exactly? Like, what?
Like I said, I was here doing this thing, and then like I don't know, I got and then I came to and I couldn't
Yo, dude,
make
it
any
might be
noise.
that
You
boy
guys were
Donnie. That boy Donnie would do something like that.
fucking Donnie
He's
is a
always
weed
scheming
fiend,
on the
and he
fucking
was
weed.
sneaking around outside. I saw him too.
So what did the person look like? Did you see anything?
I didn't see
it a
anything,
person?
man. I was like,
Was
this.
it a spooky
I don't know what happened. Ain't no such thing as ghosts, cuz. Maybe there is. I don't know. You believe in ghosts? Real talk.
I'll tell you one thing. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh. Are we going to talk about how Ray Parker Jr. fucking got sued by Huey Lewis in the news for jacking?
And he should have.
Yeah.
He should have also got slapped. It should have been in the ruling.
If you don't know, the famous song from the Ghostbusters movie, I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost. You know the one. That song. It's a fucking big hit.
Are we gonna get sued for fucking singing that track?
No, man. Shit. He already got sued. Who's going to come after us? Ray Parker Jr.? I hope
Maybe.
Huey Lewis in the news comes after us.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to get sued by Huey Lewis. Anyway, Huey Lewis sued the artist who sang the Ghostbuster song, Ray Parker
Yes.
Jr., because it sounded remarkably similar to Huey Lewis in the news hit song, I Want a New Drug. Right down to the super funky bass line,
Yeah.
syncopated, like it was pretty. Once you listen to the two, you're like, oh,
Yeah, for sure, of course.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something too, man. I got a feeling this boy Ray Parker Jr. a little bit afraid of ghosts. I sense it.
Yeah, he is projecting. He keeps saying,
not
"I ain't
afraid
afraid.
of no
I'm not
ghosts."
afraid of no ghosts." If
Like,
someone says they're not afraid of ghosts,
Most people are a little
100
afraid
times
of
in a song,
ghosts.
yeah.
For sure, no one is 100% not afraid of ghosts.
like if you're gonna see a ghost straight up and you're not a little bit afraid, then you're probably a serial killer or also a ghost. You know
Yeah,
what I
or
mean?
maybe you're also a fucking
Like
ghost.
that's fucked up. Like it's like, oh yeah, like seeing a ghost is not like seeing a deer or a car. It's like seeing a specter from the other world.
Have you ever
know
seen
what
a
I mean?
ghost?
No, but
I don't
I
think I'm a
haven't seen
ghost
one.
seer. I don't think I'm one of the ghost seeing types.
See, I'm of the opinion that like some people's fucking psyche is like more open than others. You know, some people are wide. If you're like, you know, mind and body and vessel is like a valve. Some people are totally open all the way. You know what I mean? Other people are about halfway. I like to think I'm about halfway. Like I believe in all that shit, but I don't see it, and I don't really experience it, and I'd like to keep it that way because I think if I did see some of that shit, I would go crazy. But I did hear something really spooky once at a party at my boy Zach's place. This is back when we were teenagers, and Zach lived in this really old house. It was super spooky. It was an old farmhouse near Pugwash, really creepy, and there had been like fires there, and it was like. There was this weird like section, you know. It was said to have been so old that there like were like slaves in it, like working with, like the farm, like back in the day, and that a bunch of them had died in a fire, which is really awful. If you think Canadians didn't have slaves, you're fucking wrong, son. We're just as bad as anyone else, and Anyway, one night he had this party and I stayed over. His mom was away or whatever, and I slept in this bed on the main floor. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night, hearing like all this shouting, and it was like men like shouting and grunting. And I distinctly remember. It sounds so cliche to say it now, but I distinctly remember hearing like chains rattling, chains. And I was like, I didn't think old spooky house or anything like that. I was like, oh, the boys must have fucking got someone's truck stuck out in the mud, or they're winching it out or something. They got one of the 4-wheelers. They're pulling someone's truck out of the mud or something. But I was more like annoyed. I was like, man, they're making a racket. And I rolled over and went back to sleep. And in the morning, I remember the first thing I asked Zach, I was like, man, who was out there like hauling like their truck or car out of the mud or whatever? And he was just like, what are you talking about? And I told him that story I just told. And he was just like, man, we were the last people to go to bed, John. No one else was here. And I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, kind of one of those. So that was the creepiest, like, ghosty moment I've ever had. But I never really.
Could be explained.
Could be explained. Could be explained.
Not super ghosty.
But the circumstances freaked me out briefly.
That's freaky, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a believer. I believe they're out there doing their thing. And
shout out to Ghosts.
Shout out Ghosts.
We're here. We represent.
We believe you, but I don't want to see you. Please stay away. And honestly, I hope it was Donnie that just knocked me. I mean, ghosts don't smoke weed. They can't knock you out.
Somebody stole your goddamn weed. That is fucking odd. That is strange.
I wonder who.
I'm glad you're a little more chilled out now. I'm glad you're a little bit more relaxed. Now
well, I'm still not entirely
get on
like
Spooktacular. We can put your nice, beautiful pumpkin.
You mean my
back where it was.
my ball sack, fucking nose, my asshole mouth?
Come on. Somebody took the time to make you that nice pumpkin.
Did you make this for me? Did you draw that? Is that your work?
I did, actually, yes.
Thank you, Chris.
You're very welcome, man.
Here,
Shout out,
have
man.
some chips, man.
Thanks, you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
May I have some ketchup?
Sure. Yeah.
I meant ketchup chips,
Oh.
but
I mean,
Johnny's
I've only got the one. Yeah. Here, you know what?
You know, we got a lot here. We're making it rain out here. I don't even know your address, but
Yo, what's your favorite like Halloween candy? Classic, like when you were a kid. What were you hoping for?
Jeez, man. I think I was about like cheesies, maybe, and ketchup chips. Because when we were growing up, John, if you remember, don't you remember unmarked Halloween bags of chips? That fucking crap.
They were like the white Humpty Dumpty bags that just had like the logo on them. You didn't know what flavor was
about
inside.
90% of them were just fucking regular.
Which pissed you off, but like
Yeah.
you'd eat them anyway.
Yes.
And I feel like maybe 20% were cheesies and like 10% were ketchup.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just unlocked a memory.
Yeah,
True.
right? Do you remember those Cobra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had those. That was a universal.
Like we didn't get these with like the full like Doritos graphic and shit. You know
we
what I
don't
mean?
deserve it, quite frankly.
No,
Kids
yeah.
today don't even know. You don't fucking know, and don't fucking respect nothing.
But and like it was cool though because I had a good bargaining chip because when I was a kid I was allergic to like milk. I couldn't eat dairy and stuff like that. So that was
The trade-ups.
chocolate out, Doritos out, cheeses out. So that gave me, and I didn't care because I didn't know what that shit tastes like. So I wasn't like, oh, I can't eat Doritos. I was like, yo, Sam, my brother and my friends. I was like, I got all these fucking Cheetos and these chocolate bars, boys. What do you got? And people were like, oh, I'll give you like 2 root beers in a bag of ketchup. I'm like, you got any ketchup? Like I would go after, if you were like going to a house and you got a full can of pop, I don't feel like houses do that anymore.
Some kids
Hand
used to
out the
seriously
full
like.
cans of pop,
Some years
but-
were heavy with the drinks. You'd have like a small case of pop.
Oh, and you remember
Like 12.
you get the sippy cups too.
Of
This
course.
might be an East Coast thing. I don't
the
know.
little sippy juice, the little bags of juice.
Bags of juice.
don't know what they call
Cobra,
it.
did you get those? No. So those used to be. Maybe that's just an East Coast thing, but it's like literally a plastic see-through bag of juice of like sugar
What's
water.
the brand? What's it called? The red.
They were like sippy cup or like. I think they were by Scottsburn or like Farmers.
They were
or
from
whatever.
Scottsburn.
Yeah.
They had some kid licking his
And
lips.
you would just get a big sack of them, and they'd come with a little fucking straw taped to the side of them, and just a fucking like little bladder of juice is all it was. It was kind of, but they were awesome because you could, even if you didn't have the straw, you could just kind of grate. They were kind of cool. You just take them and fucking bite the corner off.
Oh yeah, classic move.
Yeah, it was kind of like crushing beers when you were like 9 years old.
For sure, I love that, man. It was like 100 milliliters. Yeah, those things were beautiful, man. Shout out to Halloween old school. I mean, I always did sort of like, in a weird way, those fucking toffees in the orange, white, and black wrappers that all got like
Oh, it's like
gunk.
the witches and shit on them.
Had the witches and shit, and it would kind of mash into the wrapper even sometimes, and you had to kind of like pick it out.
You would get some wrapper in it. Those would always be at the bottom of my bag, left over. Like
I always enjoyed kind of pulling the wrapper out of areas where it didn't belong.
De-wedging the candy.
De-wedging. It was hype. I fuck with that. Rockets were a big one, man. We had the rockets.
True. Do you remember the like little fangs? They were like Dare by Dare. They were like little vampire fangs. They were gummies. They were like red and white like gummies. I was all about gummy
Kinda.
anything. Gummy worms, gummy bears, anything that was like
Gummies.
gelatinous, like thick thing you could sink your teeth into.
Skills.
Yeah, Skittles are. I'm still to this day. I like gummy.
I hope
shit.
none of these fucking pieces of shit rascal rugrats come out to my place so I get to eat all my mom's chips this year. COVID-19, cancel Halloween. It's off.
What?
They're my chips.
Look at you. You're surrounded by
I
chips.
got a better costume than you little pieces
You were
of shit.
surrounded by
anyways.
chips
Fuck
right
you.
now. Literally, you got a giant bag of chips.
Yeah, man,
right
that
there.
ain't gonna last long. Look, man, I'm eating for two.
You need to give the kids.
I'm eating for two.
Just like Wu-Tang, Halloween is for the children, Chris.
I'm a child at heart, motherfucker. I honestly, I know my mom over prepared because that's her vibe.
Yeah.
Those chips are coming my
What
way.
kind of
bitch.
what kind of traffic your folks get at the house in that neighborhood?
60 to 80 to 100.
What? No,
That's
really?
that's a neighborhood.
That's heavy. Damn. I
You
never
guys live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
always have to.
Well, I mean, what are you giving out this year?
You know what we've done? We're not even going to be here. So usually what I do is just leave a fucking bag, a big bowl full of like mixed chocolate bars and candies, and I just leave little signs that says "Help yourself," and I put like a couple bottles of water sometimes for like the parents or whatever. and I just
Respect.
hang it. I'm like, serve yourself. I've never come home to like, lots of candy left. They almost always clear it out.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess
So I
there's
really
enough
don't know if
kids
it's
around.
one person taking all the candy or if we have several. But yeah, we don't really get a whole lot here, but that's okay. What about
You know what? Honestly, fuck Halloween candy. I'm not really about much of it this year, although I'm completely surrounded by it right now. Halloween candy, I don't really need that, man. Honestly, like,
Sorry.
what was that?
Uh,
Oh my god. I'm scared, John.
no, you shouldn't be.
There it is again. Did you hear that?
Do you like? Is there any? Jesus Christ! Oh, that reminds me of this. That's the song. That's the laugh you did in The Witch. I recorded a song inspired by the movie The Witch, like 4 years ago, and it's like, it's like a metal song, pretty much, like a metal punk rock song. It's really fast and really loud and really demonic lyrics. It's short though, and it was inspired by the film The Witch. And I got Belinda to do a laugh, a witchy laugh in the middle of the song, and it sounded just like what she did. I might post. I've never released that. I might release the song The Witch.
Oh,
on
you
our-
should. I'd
Yeah.
like to hear it. I'm also that.
Yeah.
My spook level went from a 0 to like a 1.5.
Yeah. Is there any music that you've ever heard that, like, I don't really want to talk about fucking Monster Mash and shit. As I said the other day,
That is a spooky song.
Belinda and I were talking. She's like, "What?" She's like, "What Halloween songs are there?" And I was like, "Well, there's 3, and 2 of them are Monster Mash." Like,
Yeah.
there's basically no Halloween.
Oh,
song.
we
Like,
should go. Yeah, man. I mean,
there's like the Misfits catalog, which I was already bumping earlier tonight, but I'll bump that year round.
but is there specifically shit about like werewolves and Frankenstein, gravestones, like classic tropes?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any. I don't really know any. But then it got
jack-o'-lanterns.
But it got me
You know?
thinking about like songs and music that like actually scared me for whatever one reason or another. Was there any music that you can think of through history that like
Scared me.
scared you? Whether it was just like for whatever reason, whether because it was different or because it was loud or because like it made you worry.
When I
about...
was a kid, I remember like I used to go to church, but I didn't really care about church. But I was young.
So
And
you had to.
Marilyn Manson came out. Oh yeah. And my friends were about Marilyn Manson, and they started hating me. Like there was 1 year of my life I wasn't cool, and it sucked. Shout out to all the people out there who aren't cool. That's a tough game. I went through that shit, man, for a bit. That was not hype.
You had to. It's a good thing you learned.
Grade 5
You might
or
have been
6.
stuck like that.
Grade 5 or 6, I wasn't cool, man.
Really?
She
Because you
turned on-
didn't? Because you didn't like Marilyn Manson? Or you didn't
No,
listen to
not
it?
because I didn't like Marilyn Manson. Because
Because you went to church.
my friends started liking Marilyn Manson, dissing on me. They had the two girlfriends who were like two like other kind of cool chicks.
Who like made
Who
out
were
with
like
each
I
other?
used to fuck with, right? And we were all homies before, like the whole it was set up, and then they cut me off, and they called me God Boy, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was
That needs to be your hip hop name.
God Boy is pretty dope,
God boy!
but like see, I'm being re-bullied again.
Shut him out, God boy. Take it to church. God will be your friend. Fucking
Shit,
dork.
man.
Don't you want to listen to satanic music?
That's
With
what
the
I'm
hot
talking
chicks? You fucking tool. Give me your lunch money.
Fuck, man. Listen,
God
dude,
Boy.
it was not a fun time, man. I wish you wouldn't take it so lightly, but show some empathy.
Well,
man.
that's
Bringing
what
up
you
old-
get
digging
for
up old bodies.
not, you know.
That wasn't a good one.
That was a 4. No, if you zoom in on my eyes when, like, in the edit, maybe she will, maybe Cobra will. You'll see me go like.
Well, listen, we
there's
don't
real
fix none
terror.
of this in post. The fact is I was God Boy. I was out there. I was teased. Marilyn Manson scared me because it was around the time when I didn't really get it, and like he was just like hurting himself, and I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I remember being like, kind of like,
And then
equally
started
fascinated.
jerking off and became cool like all the other cool
Yeah, jerk
satanic
off.
kids who jerk off.
Yeah.
Jerk off for Satan.
Jerk off with Marilyn Manson. I remember being equally fascinated and like kind of spooked by Marilyn Manson. I remember like seeing his t-shirts and being like, what does it mean?
I was a little too young to get it. Like now, like it didn't take me long. Like I wasn't 13. I wasn't like fuck yeah. Like I was a little too young where I was like 8 or 9 where I was like what? Like what's he
I'm
doing?
pretty sure it was grade.
I was still playing with Legos. Let's put it there.
I remember in I'm quite sure it was grade 5. I had my teacher. I won't say her name.
Say her name, John.
Lord Thundress. Lord Thundress. No, that wasn't her name.
I'm crushing the moms tonight.
Yeah, the soccer mom beers go down easy. But I can't remember how it came up, but like Marilyn Manson came up, and suddenly all the kids in the classroom went around saying, my cousin said he went to a Marilyn Manson concert and they killed puppies. And then the next day was like, well, I heard that someone barfed in a hat and he drank it, and like the teacher just went around like, yep, yep. And what did you hear about Marilyn? And like, what?
Wait.
So and then she just let all the kids like say their wild like rumors and lies about Marilyn Manson, and then she went on a rant for like 30 minutes about why he was evil and like. And like God would like punish him and all this stuff, and I didn't go to a Catholic school or anything. It was just a public school, and I remember being like, I don't think the teacher's allowed to, like, even then I remember being like, I don't think they're allowed to talk like this at school. I feel like they're telling us like
This was before the body cams.
yeah, true that they weren't wearing body cams.
Teachers have body cams.
Fucking good thing too,
One of
because
the creepy
right
ones.
after that I drop kicked that bitch and told her I worship the devil, and
Sick, dude.
no one bugged me ever again.
Fuck her,
I've
man.
been cool ever since, God boy. Just kidding. But I actually, I'm glad you said that, because I remember kind of being like looking at his shit in the record store, being like, does this guy really worship the devil? But it's funny because a few other things did scare me though. Other music. What did I write down here? Black Sabbath kind of gave me the willies, only because of like that.
You mean like a week ago?
That image, yeah. That image in their first album, that was like, oh yeah, that was a real witch on the front cover. And if you look at that, even if you're like, it's not a real witch, but if you look at that picture on the front cover of their self-titled album,
It's pretty creepy.
it is super creepy. Especially, it's like, was that a real witch? Who is that lady? Why does she fucking look like that? But
Probably a real witch.
also, when I first started listening to rap music, like that kind of scared me. Like
Rap.
you know what I mean? Like in a different way. I was just like,
yeah.
well, I was a little fucking white kid from the woods, and like Ice Cube, like kind of scared me in a way, like kind of made me like nervous to listen to it. I'm like, I feel like I'm not like allowed to listen to this, but like I'm listening to it, and it kind of was like bit of a rush to listen to it. And Wu-Tang kind of made me feel the same way, only because they had that song where they're
spooky.
like, where they were
Wu-Tang's got spooky.
Yeah,
vibes.
it kind of some spooky
Very dungeon basement vibes.
Yeah, and it was definitely like, and they're talking about like, you know, street life and shit, and I was like, man, that shit is scary. That shit is scarier than like Frankenstein and werewolves and shit. They're talking about like...
Hold on, you're saying Wu-Tang Clan is scarier than Frankenstein and werewolves and mummies?
I mean, that's just not real, but the streets is real, son. The streets is out there. People
I'll
are
take
living
the
that reality. Not me. I wasn't living it. I want to be very clear. I'm not fronting here, but like, you know, the idea of like that reality, and then like compare that with movies and shit, and like what Ice Cube.
No,
like,
I'll
what
take the
Nas
streets
and
over Frankenstein and all the shit any other
Really?
day.
Well, one other...
The unknown, bro. The unknown.
I want to talk about one other band that actually legit scared me when I learned of them. And you may or may not know this, and I probably a lot of our listeners don't. But there's a band called Mayhem. Are you familiar with Mayhem? They're a black metal band were a black metal band from Norway in like the early 90s. And like a lot of really crazy shit happened within Mayhem.
Of the church burners and the fucking...
Yeah, there was lots of shit. Like, so like there were like in the early 90s in Norway, there was like 50 like church burnings.
Good riddance, I say.
And virtually every one that was solved was committed arson committed.
Shout out
committed by
Jesus.
a black metal fan. Like the black metal dudes were intense in the early 90s. And like, so there was, and
they took it a little too far.
Yeah, and the bass player...
It was trendy.
The bass player from Mayhem, who was like kind of one of the leaders of that movement, you know, Necro Butcher is his name. He wrote a book last year, and also in the band were Euronymous, who played guitar, and Hellhammer, and Dead. Dead was their vocalist. Dead killed himself in 1991.
Oh, sick.
Shotgunned his head, and also before that, presumably, he slit his wrists and his throat. Now, Euronymous, their guitar, and this was in like the band house they rented. Now, Euronymous, who's their guitar player, came and found him. And instead of calling the police, he took a bunch of pictures and like put candles and shit and like set up like a photo shoot around like Dead's body, and took photos. He also allegedly, actually, I'm pretty sure this is true.
He took a little blood.
He took pieces of his skull.
Sure.
Skull fragments, and he made necklaces from them, and he distributed them to like musicians in the black metal scene that he deemed worthy or thought were cool. There's also rumors that he made like a stew with parts of his brain. But
yeah, as one does.
I don't know if that part's
Listen,
true.
John, brother, if I ever found you dead with fucking shotgun wounds to the back of your skull, down here in the basement, I guarantee I would fucking make some jewelry to remember you by.
I would be honored. You can use my skull as jewelry.
I'd make a little saute up, couple of bits of pieces
the soup.
Shit,
I don't know if I want you to eat me, bro. I thought you were talking about necklaces.
I'm just saying, if I found you, you wouldn't have much say in the matter, and I might do it, and it would be an honor.
Anyway,
you should thank me.
Euronymous was fun. Yeah, thanks for eating me in the future when I'm dead.
Yes.
But this is their guitar player found the guy's name who was dead. He found dead, and like made necklaces. Then he called the cops. Used the picture he took as the cover of a live bootleg a couple years later. So like literally album cover was like this dude with his head blown off. Real picture, snuff film shit. Another guy joined the band shortly after that, but then he left because Euronymous threatened to kill him. And then they got a new, they hired some like studio musicians to try and finish their first album because they wouldn't even finish their first album yet.
They don't really sound like seasoned studio cats.
Well, I mean, these black metal guys play really fast. They do one thing really well.
Yeah.
So this dude's name is Varg Vikernes, or otherwise known as Count Grishnak.
Count Grishnak, shout out the boy.
Yeah, so the Count went to... he drove to Euronymous' house one day over 500 kilometers to Oslo and murdered him. He murdered the guitar player.
Oh, really?
By stabbing him like 20 times. And he later said it was because Euronymous was planning to kill and torture him and videotape it. And he was like, I got to kill him before he kills me. So he went to jail for 21 years.
There's no other way. You do got to kill a guy like that because he's not going to like be worried about the law.
Anyway,
things like this.
He was found guilty of the murder and also burning a few churches. So he went to jail for like 20 years.
So he killed the guy, but also burned a few churches.
Yeah. And he did 20 years. So anyway, that's why Mayhem is fucked. I remember learning about that and just being like, black metal's fucking crazy.
That's pretty fucked up. Those guys were really leaning into the whole.
They really leaned into the evil ethos. Yeah, they were into it.
Well, there is like, if you do participate in like really like, I don't know, evil activities like that, like you will receive, like I'm sure that felt like, you know, crazy. You probably will receive crazy evil power, you know?
Yeah, they definitely were like, oh, these dudes are fucking cool.
But
Like,
what was up with the first rock star dude who fucked himself up heavy? Was he was probably the most evil of all the motherfuckers.
oh, dead? Yeah, he was just like, I don't know, he was depressed. He kind of like popularized wearing corpse paint and shit, like the whole thing, you know, the thing where they paint their faces white. Not Kiss. We're not talking about makeup. We're talking about corpse paint.
Really?
Dead people look.
So
yeah.
this dude sort of
He was depressed. Anyway, I just remember when I first learned about Mayhem and all this shit. And their music sucks. Honestly, I don't really like a lot of black metal. Mayhem. It sounds like it was recorded in a tin can. It doesn't sound
kind of.
good. No, it's
This
just
is black metal. It's like a little robust.
no. It's fast and very like tinny usually. And like I'll play you some after. I'll play some right now. We gotta take a break anyway.
Is that the album that your dad brought you back?
Dad went to Norway a couple years ago. He's like, "What do you want me to bring me back?" And I was like, "Dad, bring back some Mayhem or some Dark Throne."
Sick.
He actually went into some record stores and was like, I'm looking for some Mayhem for my boy, and they were all like,
yeah.
Oh no, wait, actually he did. Yeah, he brought me back a Mayhem album.
On like a record?
Not a record, no, a CD. But like you can't really, they're hard to find here. You know what I mean? Like any. Person.
Yeah.
But. Anyway, Dad, thanks for the Mayhem album.
Shut up. This is the Peter Rogers tribute episode.
Yeah, that's right. Shouts out, old man. Shouts out, Gary Ryan. Shouts out, moms.
Moms.
We'll be right back. I'll play you some Mayhem right now. But you don't have to listen to it. It's not good. All right, I'm going to try not to get robbed this time. Fuck, Donnie.
Yeah, man, listen, dude. We got to dig into that a little bit more because that was a little strange, man. We'll
be right back.
Play that beat. Boom in the clip. Got the candlestick. Trying to solve mysteries like Scooby-Doo family shit. Yo, I see you tied up. What's up, family kid? What happened to you? What's the story? You told me before. You said it wasn't spooky, not gory. Who did you see? Stole up all your motherfucking weed. Was it Donnie? It wasn't me. It wasn't your girlfriend. Call her Blondie. No one saw your weed. Was it the Tyrannosaurus Rex? See me doing coke and speed. And you never see me steal the fucking shit that we smoke and need. For God's sakes, forgive me. Jesus, forgive me. I don't burn churches, but I fucking smoke it down like a chimney. Oh, and they call me Glossette. Shout out to Gillette and Brittany. The motherfucking little chewy toffee candies. Shout out to them. People dressing up like devils, dressing up like Batman, Spider-Man, Avengers, Minions, sexy kittens, sexy devils, sexy nurses.
Yeah, sexy devils.
Yes. What was the last thing you went for on Halloween, John? What was the last costume that you did?
Like last year?
The last time you dressed up in a Halloween costume, what was it? What do you think it was?
I don't remember what happened, what I did last year for Halloween. We were talking about this the other day. I can't really remember.
I just remembered what I did.
But the year before that, the last one I remember for sure was Weird Al Yankovic.
Whoa, you went as Weird Al Yankovic?
Fucking right. It was.
Sick.
I
Nice.
killed it too. I had like the glasses and the mustache, and I just
Nice.
my hair is pretty Weird Al anyway.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
longer then too. This
Rare
been
Weird
trimmed
Al.
Since. And then I said I was like early '90s Weird Al with like the flowered shirt and
Yeah, of
like,
course.
yeah, and the big
Just the
like,
mustache,
yeah,
yeah.
just the mustache and the
Did you switch up the glasses or?
I had the big, I had like the big kind of like aviator
Sure.
frame like glasses,
Yeah.
but with clear lenses. You know what I mean? I still have them actually. And
That's
I don't
nice.
remember what Cobra did we remember what we did last year? I don't remember at
I
all.
think you worked.
Yeah, she seems to think I worked. Maybe didn't dress up, but I usually do.
That's for the fans.
Couple, and I had
Only-
What about
Sign
you?
up for our Only Belch account.
Our only stands. What'd you have?
Only Flams. The last year, me and my boys went as this fucked up. We printed out a pixelated picture of one of the guys' faces. So there's 3 guys. One of the guys we picked, and we printed out pixelated versions of just that one guy's face. And we went to a party where like some people knew him. We actually went fucking party hopping, which was weird, man.
Dope.
It was dope, but except like it was raining out and we were like doing drugs and drinking, and it was like the mask was like falling apart on me. It was like wet paper pieces on my face,
Ooh.
and it was just weird. And then and then we went to another party, and I literally rolled in with just a single bag on my head, and my boys abandoned me, and there was like babes, and I was just fucking sliding, just like doing my shit. I was just like came through with a bag on my face, and I was just like, but like we were partying. But the last thing I went as was a pixelated picture of my friend, who of which was in the certain group of people with the same pixelated picture for his costume. So it was a very like I guess the kids would say a meta costume at the time. Before that, I'm not really sure what I did. I think I might have been oh boy.
I remember
It
when
might have been another paper bag incident on my head. I do a lot of paper bag boxes, a lot of hiding myself or presenting or selling myself, however you want to look at it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
either way,
That's
I
nice.
put the bag on my head most Halloweens. Shout out Will Fisher, original Analog band.
Analog, the robot box dudes.
We used to fuck
Sick.
with Analog's coming back, man. We're gonna do a show.
Analog
here
was a
soon.
sick band that Chris and our boy Will were in. That had 2 drummers. You guys had 2 full drum kits, right?
two drum kits, 2
Yeah.
drummers. Yeah,
Dope.
it's tight. Analog was tight.
I remember nothing else about.
There's
Analog.
other bands called Analog, but they can fuck right off. They're probably in
Yeah.
like Australia or something like that. But
There's a good, actually, Canadian band called Grand Analog. They're like a hip hop.
yeah, they can shut their mouths as well.
They're pretty good.
They know that the real Analog is fucking Will Fisher, Chris Ryan. Do you want my address?
Probably do know that.
I'll give it
Was
to
there
you.
any other members of Analog?
For a little while, for a very, very brief period, a stronger lineup that we used a few times was David Atkinson and Matthew Giffen, 2
Nice.
keyboard players.
Oh, sick! Yeah, I remember we went to one of Matt Giffin's like showcases one at a cool club there in Toronto like 2 years ago, and it was.
Yeah.
It was super
I recall
rad.
that. Yeah,
And
that
it
was
really.
rad.
It was like a listening room deal. Like it was really quiet.
Yeah.
I remember it sounded so dope that I recorded, like just some of the things I was hearing. It was very like experimental.
Nice. Bootlegs.
Yeah, and I recorded some, and I asked him afterwards. I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I sample some of the cool things you were doing?" And he was like, "Go for it."
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
done it yet though, but
Sick. We should.
Interesting.
Do I look like a bottle of mustard?
yes, you do. I
I'm a
love it.
bottle of mustard.
Oh my God, Chris, what happened to you? Oh, it's a giant bottle of mustard, the enemy of ketchup. No!
It's me, John. the
Oh,
whole
Siren,
time.
take me! I'm sorry, I got carried away. No,
Oh, that
don't. It's
actually
gonna be
hurts.
so messy. I don't want to clean it up. I shouldn't have thrown it at your
Break it.
balls. It's okay. You broke all the stuff. You broke the nice picture that.
We're gonna have to break these pumpkins up with real instruments like knives and stuff like this. We should go carve up some of these pumpkins, man. Get ready for
Yar!
the holiday season. Anyways,
All right.
happy Halloween.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining in for the Spooktacular with
Thanks
the
for
boys in the
coming.
rhythm section.
It's the Halloween Spooktacular, the rhythm section. We only got 2 more episodes
And then
for the
we're
season.
dying.
And then we're done.
We're
We're not
dead.
sure what we're going to do. We're going to make it to 10. We're going to take a big fucking break so everybody can fuck off and forget about us. And then maybe you'll be excited when we come back. Or we don't know if we're going to come back. This is a trial period.
Sounds like we're not coming back.
What do you know? What do you know about anything? But he's right. We might not come back. We might just kick back and let the royalties do their work and just retire and be on Easy Street. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready for that big payout. Those YouTube checks. I heard they're beautiful.
I'm gonna buy fancy mustard and squirt it into my mouth, and then fancy ketchup and squirt it into Chris's mouth. Make him barf.
That's
Videotape
gonna be
that,
on our
make
Only
more
Sauce
content.
account.
Woo! Hey,
Ketchup or mustard, folks? Who did it best? You tell us.
thanks for watching.
You tell me what to do and who I am.
The motherfucking rhythm section.
You make the choices. What's my name?
Wolfie.
Tell me what to call you. What's your name? Where am I? Wait, what's her name? Did you tell me your name yet? What's yours? What's mine then? What is it? What do I say? Where do I go? What's happening? What are we doing? What's going on? What's up? How's it going? What are you up to? What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Yeah. 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 What's going on? What's up?
Alexa, turn off the light!